What's going on YouTube? Wanted to do a video on how I list jewelry boxes. This is a Japanese, I think it's called Tensu. It's probably right around World War II time when this was made. And it's made out of mahogany and it actually has real brass. So in this video, I'm just going to show you like how I list it on eBay. It is worth listing. I did get this for free from a client of mine through my regular work. And this was in one of the things that I filled my car with. And that was probably 3 weeks ago. So should have listed this right away, but I had it sitting in my garage and wasn't sure it was worth much. It's not in the greatest of shape, but it does have all the original hardware. It's actual real brass. She does have the key, but she's about a good 30 minutes away. And if getting the key made it worth like $100 more, I might make the trip out there. But next time I see her, I will get the key from her. But I got this for free, and I think I can get $100 for it. It looks like there was a recent sale for $125, and then someone's got one like listed for like $85, but then they're charging like $45 in shipping. But anyways, it is not very big. It's about 11.5 by 10 by 6.5. So it's not huge, but it has all the brass corner locks, and I'm going to show you how I listed it. So first of all, you got to recognize that, is this worth listing on eBay? And I would say anything that's $100 or more definitely is worth your time listing on eBay. Plus packaging, shipping. You have to take all these things in consideration when you have something a little bit bigger. And just put in perspective, like that's the size of a quarter. All right, so number one, you want to take, after you do your Google Lens, or if you use the eBay app on your phone and use a photo, it will pull up other, hopefully I'm saying this right, Tensu Japanese jewelry boxes. And when you are sourcing them, you want to make sure it does have the original lining, because that does make a difference. A lot of times this lining is long gone, it's trashed, and the inside would be stained, which is not period correct. So it should have like this kind of like felt velvety lining. That's like more for rings. And you want to make sure each drawer has that. And then the drawers themselves will have numbers on the bottom that match the piece. So this says 33. That says 33. So they all say 33 on the bottom of them. And the piece itself also has a big old 33 on the bottom. So that's another way you can tell if everything is correct. So like if I was at Antique Roadshow, this is exactly what they'd be doing. They'd be making sure that the number is on all the drawers and also on the bottom of the piece. So that just means, doesn't mean it was made in 1933, but that just means that all the drawers are original. Nothing's been like handmade to replace like a lost or broken drawer. And yeah, it does have a key, but like I said, it's not a big deal. Anyways, so first what you want to do is obviously do Google Lens, do investigation, make sure it's worth your time listing on eBay. Again, this sells for 100. People are asking like 150 for it. I think I can get $100 even with, that looks like somebody used that drawer a lot. And that means the lady had a nail, her long nails, and every time she pulled this, she scraped this with her nail. So it is normal to have wear here, because typically these jewelry boxes were used by ladies that have fingernails. Anyways, you want to make sure the top is complete. And yes, all the drawers come flying out when you tilt it for the video, but that's okay. We're going to, with this type of box, we're going to probably saran wrap it first and then bubble wrap it, just so that the drawers don't go fly. All right, so after you've done your research, making sure it's worth your time, this is how I would take photos. So I would take a photo kind of like on an angle here, so you can see the front of the unit and a little bit of the top. And then you want to take a straight up photo like that, straight on with the handle. So that would be my second photo. I would take a photo on an angle like this. Then I would take my fourth photo like that. Fifth photo. Sixth photo. Photo 7. Photo 8. And photo 9. Then I would take a photo from the top. So that'd be photo 10. And then I would flip it on its side. Photo 12. Probably flip it the other way. And then I would take measurement photos. So you don't get the questions people always say, oh, what's the measurement of this? So you take a photo like this. Are we on photo 15? Photo like this. Photo 17, showing it's 11.5 inches. And photo, what are we on? Photo 17, probably like this. And then I would take a scale, because this is important too. People want to make sure it's actually an original, not a China knockoff or some kind of like, you know, home goods type of thing. So you want to take your scale, and then to get an accurate measurement, you gotta get a flat surface, and it should weigh 5.6 ounces. Okay, so that will complete the photos. Let me bring you to my laptop so you can see how I actually describe the product, the item I'm selling, and the research. So let's go to my computer. Okay, so here we are at my computer screen. Now, I typically don't use my laptop to list items. I list them straight from the eBay app. It's just faster, and I upload my photos straight from my cell phone directly to the app. So these are all the photos that I've taken, just like I showed you in the video. Well, maybe not as many angles, but I also take a picture of each drawer because people want to see if it's damaged. And then the measurements, and then I weight it. So the reason I do that is you want to create something where, okay, someone physically can't touch your item, but these are the things, if a serious buyer was looking at it, these are all the things they would be doing. They'd be checking every single drawer. They'd be looking for damage and things like that. So you want to get as many photos that describe that. And then you want to get measurements because photos don't show measurements. And then this is what you would label it. So it's a vintage, antique Japanese Tansu jeweler chest box, 6 drawers, no original, no key, original liner. Okay. And then it's under boxes, antique Asian, Japan. My store categories, collectibles. Then these are the descriptions. So it's wood, Japan. I guess I could put the color brown, antique original, post 1940, and then you always want to put your region of origin for tariffs and stuff for Japan. And then for description, I let the AI do the description, but then I add ships boxed with easy track and eBay. I ship fast. Okay. Then I list it at $100. And then you want to also make sure you have the correct measurements. So it is 5 pounds, 6 ounces. So it's probably about 7 pounds with box. And that will fit in a 12 by 12 by 8 inch box, all bubble wrapped. Again, make sure your country of origin's on there and make sure your zip code where it's shipping from is correct. You've got your return policy, however you set up your store. And I always promote all my stuff at 2%. So let's finish that. So now when somebody is searching for this box, this is what the listing will look like on their cell phone or on their laptop or their computer at home. They'll click through the photos. You want to make sure all the photos look good. No lines, no blurriness. Just straight up, go straight to the item. Again, you can knock this out probably in 2 minutes once you get good at it. And then just make sure your price is right and that the shipping is $8.23. That's if someone's buying it here locally. And I always offer free local pickup. I don't mind meeting people. Okay, so let's now compare to make sure we didn't make any mistakes with price, because we don't want this thing sitting. And I got it for free, so I want to be the cheapest one out there for this box. So there are 52 results when I put in this description. And here you can see, am I the cheapest? So we can go to lowest listed price. And there is a very beat up one that does not have as many drawers. This is only a 4-drawer piece, so the smaller pieces will not be as expensive. But the cheapest 6-drawer piece is my brand new listing right here. And it looks like I'm way cheaper than this guy. And let's see if we have any other competition. Yeah, someone's asking $140. Maybe it's a little nicer condition. That has a little bottom piece here. Maybe that's just from a different time period, so that's okay. And here's another one. Another one. So you can see, I mean, if it was in much nicer condition, if I had the nicest one, I probably would ask even more. But some of these can get pretty expensive. Now let's see what actual ones sold for, because really in real life, that's all that matters. And I would do this research way before I even decide to list it. Otherwise, seriously guys, I just put it in my garage sale for $10 and let someone else come up on it. And here we go. Here is one that sold for $175 with the key. So, and here's one at 90. Definitely looks different. Might be even older. I don't know why they say 4-drawer. There's definitely 6 drawers there. So some people do a really bad job of copying other people's listings. Here's another one for $125 in awesome condition. But mine was definitely used and then used again, probably by the lady who gave it to me. And she was probably the one with her nails that scraped that mahogany off, but at least she got some usage out of it. And knowing her, she probably bought it at an antique shop and sometime in her life. But as you can see, there's not many listed. They do sell. And I hope you guys found this video interesting. I just like to share sometimes just the basics, with eBay to help you guys when you're out there reselling. But if you don't know, use Google Lens. If you have the eBay app, use the photo mode. It might bring up something completely different, but at least it'll get you in the ballpark. But just because someone's listing it for a certain price doesn't mean it's worth picking up. You do have to look at what people are actually willing to pay for an item. So that's when you want to look at sold comps. So I hope this video helped you out. I'm always here to help you guys out. I enjoy doing this in my spare time, part-time, but if you're full-time, part-time, or you just have some stuff that you inherited and you want help, watch a real life person on YouTube that does this for fun, but also to make a little bit of extra money, please follow my content for more. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.